Hey guys, now that you've turned in your ideas for your research project for critical issues and you've drafted your 5 questions, I want you to be thinking a little bit more about these interviews. So, you need to be trying to come up with different people from different backgrounds that you can talk to about your project and ask your questions to. We talked a little bit about this in class, but that means I want you to think about maybe a principal or an assistant principal if you have access to them, school board member, superintendent, even, or maybe a like someone that services the district, like a guidance counselor or a speech and language person. You can also think about parents, students, if you have like an older student that could talk about the topic, or maybe your peers, even at college. And I also suggested thinking about a professor outside of education that could comment on your topic. So the idea is I want you to get at least 3 different perspectives. It'd be great if you could get more like 4 or 5, and you're going to use the questions as a guide that you drafted. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to like just stick to those questions, let the conversation flow, but definitely use those as a starting point. Also, I want you to be thinking about I want you to think about maybe recording the interviews. That way, as you go back, you can just be in the moment when you're having the conversation, and then you can go back and listen to it. You don't need to video record it. Audio recording would be fine, but just think about it. Also, I don't really want you to have to do your interviews over email. If you have like one person that needs to do that and give their opinion, that's fine. But for the most part, I really want you trying to talk to people in person or over the phone or something like that. Okay, so the next step is you're going to do these interviews, collect the information, and you're going to write this up. So your document will look like you'll have the question. And so let's say I'm doing something about school lunches, and so I ask the question, and then I'm going to write down the answers to that question from each perspective that was given to me. So I'll have like high school student, and then I'll have parent, and then I'll have teacher. That's also too. Think about interviewing, of course, teachers, veteran teachers, as well as new teachers. So that's another perspective to think about. And then you'll put all the answers that you gathered for that question. Then you'll go to question number 2, and then you'll do the same thing. Okay? And so you'll type all that up, double space it, and put it into one document, and that's what you're going to turn into me next. And so I would like for you to have those interviews done and collected and typed up by March 5th, which is 3 weeks from now. Okay? So if you have any questions or you need any help, just let me know. You know how to get a hold of me. Otherwise, I will see you in class next week.